And we are live for the second time for the night shift. For those of you working late at night, hiding in the crapper, watching YouTube videos, this one's for you. How many of you guys and gals, for some reason, decide you need to use the restroom, even when you don't need to use the restroom, just so you can get on YouTube? If that's the case, hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate you guys showing up. We got Matt Cross out there and a few others. It's going to take a minute for the thing to pop up. Tell me. If it's your first time here, this is going to be a BS fun session. It is not going to be too educational unless we get on some topic of some sort. But this is going to be a fun waste of time. So don't come here with the expectation of watching this video thinking you're going to learn a lot. It's going to be more, I'm bored, I'm at home, I got the internet, and let's have some fun. So if you guys agree with that, stick around and have some fun. I got a full thing of sweet tea here. Just made another batch, and yeah, I'm using a Bojangles. It's not sweet enough, though, is the problem. John Townley, Chris Smith, and Matt Cross. You guys, Matt Cross came in here with a vengeance. First one up, got John Kreiderman, Car Canes out there. He came in with authority and said, I can't believe I'm first. So Matt Cross either has the fastest internet in town or something. Got +5 out there. We got Abigail. So we're doing good. We're getting, the crew is showing up. Ramsey Country's here. He's at work. I remember he was headed off to work when we did the early chat. Tried to change it up for some of you guys that have to get up super early and can't hang out with the night owls, the night shift. This is the YouTube live chat, night shift. Skunk Ape, you're going to be a diabetic. You got to have goals, Skunk Ape. You got to have goals, buddy. LW Rhodes in the house. Appreciate you showing up. We're having fun. We don't have any topics. We usually don't have any topics. You guys will steer the topics, and then we'll talk about stuff. But what's up, Vanessa? But it is a no-holds, just shit show, basically. We're going to have some fun. Eagle Eye Shooting's supposed to be working on my rifle, but he's out shooting the ARC, the 6mm ARC. Little birdie told me so. So I got kicked to the side burners, and he's going to work on my stuff tomorrow. I see how it is. I'm here until 7 a.m. You better get a bigger jug. I can reload that. I got some extra mags around here somewhere. Wilford Brimley died recently, probably related to the beatus. Probably. Skunk Ape, easy on the diabetic. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, you never know. What's up, Mo Free? I'm glad you're Mo Free than I am. Get a shot of vodka. No, I get a shot of vodka, and I don't even know if we have any alcohol left in there. There should be some whiskey around here somewhere, but I'm not in the mood for that. Let's see, Eagle Eye. See, Eagle Eye, all I can do is give me a logo with a thumbs up. He knows he should have been working on something. It's all your fault, Eagle Eye. I sent you a link, buddy. You should get in here and help me calm all these crazy people in the comments section down below. What you take on last week's news? The Pentagon has crafts from off-world in their possession. Shit, they've had those things for probably 40, 50 years. To think that we're the only people, we're good enough to be blessed as the only people, that's pretty tough. With all the worlds, or not worlds, but all them little floaty things flying around above us and around us. I don't know. I figured, you know what? Why not? Why couldn't there be aliens? Hell, when we go to the moon, there are probably some other people that think they're us are going, oh, I just saw an alien ship fly by, landed on that bright thing over there. What the hell, TB says? How is everyone doing at Chile while I'm working? Let's see. Look at all you guys out here. Let's see. Vodka caused me rehab, divorce, and all went to hookers. And all mine went to hookers. Skunk Ape, you do what you got to do, buddy, right? The simulation is getting weird these days. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. There's a lot of stuff they're throwing at us to make us forget about other stuff, I think. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on right now. Brian Duchesne turns 50 tomorrow. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Early happy birthday. You know what? If we're on here long enough, I don't know if we'll be on here till midnight, but it'll be your birthday. It'll be your birthday soon. My birthday is on the 9th, so I think you're a Leo as well. Are you a Leo, Brian Duchesne? And happy birthday. We are almost the exact same age. You are 1 year older. I turned 49. Mr. X-Ring made it to his house.
What is up, gentlemen?
What's going on? Give him a few drinks and he'll be singing in the corner of the pub in no time. Yeah, that'd be me, all right. Abigail says. So
what did I miss?
Not much, just started. You can use the senior discount at Denny's now, Brian. Yeah, the senior discount, is that 50 or 55?
What's up, SoCal and Plus 5 and Chris Smith and Ramsey Country and not forget anybody. Scott and Gentlemen. You are LW Road. Long and winding road.
Yeah.
Did you tell them my adventures?
No, I did not. That's top secret stuff, so I figured you should tell them. 55 TB says for senior discount.
Yeah, so today I'm cleaning some guns and stuff, and a buddy of mine from Texas calls me, and he said he's got a friend that owns a trucking company, and one of his drivers broke down, and actually the engine blew in the rig, and they had to get this load to Texas. I wanted to know if I could drive him to Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is 4 hours one way, and I'm sure I'll help him out. So picked up some guy that never met before, and his name was Ray as well. And he was 65 years old, and we made a 4 hour trip out of it. And I just got back 4 hours back, so 8 hours in the seat, and I did my Good Samaritan for the day.
That was a good move. That's a long ass drive. Then you got to hang out with someone you didn't know for 4 hours. How quiet was that drive, or did you yap the whole way there?
No, we both talked the whole way there. Very like-minded individuals. Very conservative. Super nice guy. But all he's done all of his life was drive trucks, pretty much. He said he, I guess for his first 20 years, he was a welder. Got tired of that one day and just hit the road.
Nice. Does he do any shooting?
Nope. Doesn't even own a firearm.
Wow, you had 4 hours to convince him. You had 4 hours to convince him.
Yeah, no, it was really funny because he says he's been thinking about it. And, he grew up around guns. He shot them before, but he's never had the need to have one. But I said, what would you get? A shotgun? He goes, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. And I said, I hear you. That's what most people would buy as their first time if they're going to get it for self-defense. And we didn't talk about brands or anything else. He was 65. He says he's ready to hang it up and just take it easy.
Well, especially if he's been a truck driver for that many years with all the crazy shit going on and people stopping big rigs and stealing all the stuff and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, actually, Parkane says it right there. What the hell? Man, that'd be one of the first things I'd have.
Yeah, Tim, I had Class A's a long time ago. I let them go because I don't need to drive. I don't need to do anything like that. But No. This was me picking them up in my personal vehicle because the engine's done. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to actually trailer that rig. It blew a head, or the head split on it or something. But basically had to take him to Chattanooga so he could pick up a lease rig, drive back to Canton, pick up the trailer, and drive to Texas. And then they're going to trailer, or not trailer, but they're going to haul the bobtail back.
No, thank you. I'd have to have one of those, like, I just couldn't be stuck in a big rig that many hours.
You know, I did a couple tandem runs years ago, and no, that doesn't work. You can't sleep up on the top of a sleeper while it's moving. I mean, if you're gonna run by yourself and park somewhere, that's easy because it's not moving. But the whole time it's just kind of doing this. And if you drink Diet Coke, yeah, you can imagine how good that feels.
Yeah. I know that'd be the first thing I do is I don't even know if fighter pilots have this thing, but like basically a hose that runs from the outside, you know, that you can use to
you talking about a catheter?
No, not a catheter.
You gotta run a condom catheter.
I'm talking about a funnel with a hose on it. I ain't talking about something going up and in your.
Oh, you talking about pooping?
No.
Yeah, but you
talking about peeing.
That's what I said, a condom catheter.
Oh, maybe I thought you meant like a real catheter, like the.
No, a condom catheter. Freaking, you know, some truck drivers actually do that, and I know there's mechanics that won't work on vehicles with guys that do that. They don't want to stop, so they'll hook everything up.
I don't blame them, man.
It goes all over. It goes all over the engine, the exhaust, and everything else. That's nasty, man.
You should run the hose to the back, my man. Truckers use piss jugs. There you go, Abigail. How's Abigail know they use piss jugs? And without further ado, we got the SoCal in the hizzle.
How you doing, boys?
Oh my goodness.
How are you, man? Welcome to the Midnight Oil.
Doing well. I'm trying to organize my desktop here so I can see the pop-out chat. Plus, y'all.
Just a nobody with a whoop-ass Jeep. I hear you.
I just saw that. That's funny shit.
I am no one.
Hey,
without my Jeep.
When the shit costs more than the Jeep does, and you got a brand new Jeep that's badass, that's a whole lot of money.
It just had its 2 years anniversary, so
nice.
It's getting old. It's not old. I don't know. I got like close to 27,000 miles on it already. Most of it's going back and forth from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
I went out to Las Vegas last January to pick up some hoodlum hitchhiker camping, some crazy mofo.
And go out to Balance Rock.
And then drove out to Balance Rock nowhere.
Hold on, Balance Rock.
And then we went to Joshua Tree and then Anza Borrego. A little nutty, but I think it was worth the mileage.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
That was fun, huh? I love that stuff. We're going to try to go camping this weekend up to a kind of like...
Isn't it 900 degrees out there right now?
It's pretty gnarly. It's cooling off, though. Last weekend was brutal. It was well into the hundreds, at least in Mission Viejo, where I am. I can't imagine in Temecula it was much cooler.
No.
But,
well, there's fires. There's fires all over the place, I guess.
No, I guess there's not. I was kind of expecting at least Santiago to catch on fire, or
well, there's one.
You know all the standard places to catch on fire.
No, but there's one near headed towards Big Bear, I thought.
No. So let me think about this. So off the 10 in Banning, one side of the road, one side of the 10 is Banning, the other side is Cherry Valley.
Yeah.
Cherry Valley's on fire.
Okay, Cherry
It's
Valley.
like almost 30,000 acres burned so far, with like 10 or 15% containment, something like that.
I think they named that the apple fire, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's the only one I'm aware of that's at least down here. All the rest of the wildfires that kind of sparked up, they were able to put out pretty quickly.
El Toro High School.
Yeah, there's actually.
Hey, Nick Knox went to El Toro.
Yeah.
Hey, I live it's just right over there. You know, I'm right in between El Toro and Trabuco Hills. So, yeah, pretty close to that.
What were you saying, Ray?
You need to ask Kenny about that 6mm.
Now he already.
There's some good comments out there about it.
Yeah, I sent him a link hoping he'd jump on, but he didn't. Yeah, he's talking about 1/2-inch 5-shot group out of a green barrel.
Yep.
I wonder if a blue barrel would do better.
No, geez.
Let's see here. Julian glasses. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty sweet rifle. The 6R should shoot great in a bolt gun. In my opinion, it's a 6mm PPC. Getting tea. What's up, Brian? What else is going on, SoCal?
Working from home still, which is great. I actually enjoy a lot working from home.
Are you actually working though?
Actually, yes, and it's kind of refreshing on how much I get done. At work, I moved out of a cubicle area and actually have my own office now. And unfortunately, that office is right in a main thoroughfare. Kind of the office building is like a big loop, and there's a bunch of stuff in the center of the building that you can't really access. There's like file cabinets in one side and a file vault, and then the server room. But that whole loop around that area, I'm in that loop, and I'm like the first guy that comes up, depending on what direction you're heading to the MIS department in. And I'm usually the first office they stop at, and it's like, hey, I have a problem with my printer. Can you help me? And it's like, just keep walking. There's people down that way that are in charge of that. Oh, I'm spilling stuff. Wow. Out of control, spilling stuff on myself and all over the table. Awesome. Looking good. So, I don't miss working in the office at all.
All right, let's move on.
Trying to mop up this spill here. Out of control.
All right, Ray. So what kind of exciting adventure are you going to tell us about? And you're frozen.
And he's frozen. Looks like he's about to eat the Pop-Tart.
I think it's a Ritz cracker. Oh, it's a Nilla wafer, I bet. Can you hear us, Ray?
I can't hear you, Rick.
You can now. What's up, Chris? Armament and Axis. We're having just a normal, boring ass.
Oh, there goes Ray.
Ridiculous chat. I hear you.
+5's got a JLU that is on 40s. Good Lord.
I've seen it, actually. It's a nice Jeep.
That sounds sick. And with 40s, I mean, that's like a whole new level of, I got to spend some money.
Yeah.
You can't put 40s on regular friggin' Dana 44s. You got to get Dana 60s, all new knuckles. You might as well just buy a full-on Dynatrac friggin' M60, and yeah.
Look at this guy talking. When's the last time you shot something? I know you've been jeeping it up. You used to be a shooter, and then
you're right.
Was shooting.
When was the last time I shot something?
No,
I'll be perfectly honest. I'll be perfectly honest. I had to renew my CCW, and I did the qualifier back in March, right in the very beginning of March, right before COVID started. And that was the last time I fired a firearm. I've done a lot of dry fire. I mean, I have that. I know Ray's seen it. Maybe you've seen it too, dude. That laser gun, the Glock with with the cool with the cool target that you shoot at. I at least once a week I'm out there just dry firing, drawing and shooting. But last time I shot long range or a rifle, February probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
No bueno.
It sucked. I love shooting. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy the hell out of it, especially long range where you get precision and the science. I love the science part of it. But out where I live, man, it's the same as out there, but without the humidity. But 100 degrees out in the desert, shooting at a target that's static is just it takes a lot to get me out there. And yeah, I'm not very motivated lately.
Man, I don't know about you, buddy. You went from
Hey, don't lose the faith, dude. I've been into firearms a lot longer than you have, but trust me.
I don't think that's possible.
I'm older than you. It is definitely possible.
I don't know. I started shooting at 5, so
that's about where I was too. I just go through these waves of my dad was the same exact way. Go through these waves of interest level. And like right now I'm on the cusp of a Jeep thing, and then I'll dip back down, it'll go into firearms, and then it'll be back into off-roading. And it just I had the Big Meat Sunday thing for a while. I gain and lose interest in stuff on a random basis. Just kind of happens. Doesn't mean I won't be back. It just means it's not my number one.
I hear you.
All right, so someone's asking about the golf ball challenge, and it really wasn't a challenge per se, as much as it is, guys, mathematically, you have to think about what all is going on with that shot. And yes, I've watched KB. I talked to John. I talked to Kenny about it. And, everybody's done it in 3 shots, I think. Or actually, KB didn't actually hit it. Ken actually hit it on the 3rd shot, which that's outstanding because even at 3 shots, it's incredible. But think about it, guys. Okay, so it is a quarter MOA shot. Okay. If it's 600 yards, a 1 MOA target would be 6 inches. A half MOA target would be 3 inches. Half of that's 1.5, which is what a golf ball is in diameter. So a quarter MOA shot, you have to figure at 600 yards, guys, and gals, you're going to have a 1/10 of spin drift into that. Right off the bat, you're going to have a 1/10. A 1/10 of spin drift is enough to push you off the target, not including the wind or anything else. So when the conversation came up, it wasn't an outright challenge. It was, that would be an incredible shot. Because I've heard some people claim they can do a first round cold bore shot on a golf ball at 1,000 yards. Haven't you guys? And you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, all right, if you want to do it, but I'm not even game for that. Will I try it? Yeah, probably. But mathematically, it is a low probability hit. Very low. And if you want to kind of think of it another way is, so KB put a 5-shot group down with a 0.36 group size. Your cone of fire from 100 yards out to 600 yards, now you're looking at a 2.15 inch group, and you're trying to hit a 1.5 inch target. So it is difficult, no doubt.
So forgive me for being absent, but just briefly explain this golf ball challenge thing.
Now, we were talking about accuracy and things like that, and KB was on. He was like, I'll do it. I'll hit the golf ball with my AR at 600 yards. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. Even Kenny on his video, he's like, AR and precision don't really go hand in hand. I mean, can you make them? Yeah, and he's right. And so he was in his video. It was an awesome video. I mean, Kenny, kudos on that. But he was like, I'm going to do it with a 22 Creedmoor. And even so, even with that 22 Creedmoor, the very first shot was still about 5 inches off target. And Kenny had a lot of wind going on. Man, great shot that he made on it. He actually hit it on the third shot, but that's tough. Tough, guys.
Well, you figure the Florida Bill is correct. I mean, people make hole-in-ones, but for the most part, most people don't.
Yeah, and the challenge was clean, cold, or a cold bore shot, 2 shots. That's all you get. And I said, I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Show.
All right, so you said it was a 5-inch target would be sub MOA at 600 yards.
No.
Took me a minute to process
that. MOA target.
Yeah, at 600 yards, and I'm thinking at a golf ball. I'm doing the math in my head.
You got. Yeah, now you got SMOA, and you got to think it's really 1.04 times 6. Because as you start getting out there, it actually gets.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like an eighth of an MOA, or no, not an MOA, but a mil.
It's a quarter MOA.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah, and
that has a lot to do. That's more to do with luck than skill. I mean, you got to have some skill, but
drum roll
on the other side of the coin.
Drum roll, please.
Hey,
what the hell?
What's up, 3 shot?
What is up?
What's up, fellas? Dude, that was straight up luck. Okay. So I went out there again today to see how close I could get with the first round impact. Same thing. It's way off. I mean, I don't know if I could do that shot again, to be honest. So it was luck, man. I'll try it again.
Well, like I said, kudos, Kenny. That was awesome. But talking about the math behind it, it's no joke.
No, I'm not going to say that was skill or anything, to be honest. I think a lot of it just got carried. Like I shot back to back fairly quick, and I got those 2 shots right on top of each other. So it had to be luck right there.
Talking about luck, we got Daniel the Dark. So just so you guys know, to put this in perspective, so we talked about shooting a rifle at 600 yards with a golf ball. Daniel and the Crazy Scotsman, maybe a few others, they had a challenge. It was 100 yards. Tell us about it, Daniel. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, I'm not even going to try that. That seems too easy.
Oh, what? The 100 yards with a lever action with open sights? That was between Rich, 1911, and the Scotsman.
That's right. Rich. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Scotsman cheated. If you ask me, Scotsman cheated because Rich was doing them one at a time. No. Scotsman did all of them at once. That was lame.
Life is about choices, okay? That was whether it was one at a time or all of them at one time. It wasn't stipulated. It was stipulated you were supposed to shoot it offhand, not with a rest.
Yeah, I saw that bullshit too. I'm like, on a chair? Really? I'm like, holy
I don't know if you call it rickety old some old friggin' 1940s classroom folding chair a rest.
It is what it is. Yeah, at least
especially through an AK. I mean, that thing bounced before it even the round even left the chamber.
Brian, hey Kenny, there's a question here from Brian, and I don't know the answer, so I'm gonna leave it up to you.
This week.
Hey, Kenny, when am I getting mine?
Dude, you got to come down here. Actually, I got sitting for it right here. See right there?
Oh, you got you have little parts?
Yeah, see all
you got my parts, right?
Part of what kind? Like
the rifle parts. I sent you the rifle parts.
King, are you out shopping with some jug of stuff? What do you got rolling there?
I got lemonade, man. Just as much sugar.
Oh,
That looks
hell
like
yeah.
lemonade
Rocco.
or a urine sample.
It's a neon yellow. You know, I want to get the black light out.
There you go. Yeah, you can pee in the dark. Find your way back.
Right.
So for those of you that just showed up, we are just having fun, BSing. No super topics, no super whatever. Who knows what's going to happen? We might learn something, we might not. All going to be magical to find out. We'll see.
Oh
I
yeah.
love magical. Will we see unicorns?
If you drink enough of that Kenny lemonade over there, you might.
Hey, Kenny,
Patty said she wants to see unicorns.
What's up, Patty Ruby?
hey, Kenny, are you going to start building rifles full time?
For who?
Full time.
Full time. Dude, with this job that I have, I feel like I'm working full time. Coming home and I barely have enough time for myself lately, but it's not bad. I'm actually enjoying doing what I'm doing, so it's not like I'm gonna get burnt. I don't feel like I'm gonna get burnt out of it. So who knows? We'll see.
No, the reason
If
I'm
anything,
asking is I've had 2 people already ask me about sending builds to you or having rifles built, and I don't know where you're at or where you're getting as far as doing these because I know you're staying really busy right now with it.
Well, the cool thing is the guy that mentored me, the gunsmith that just retired, he still does it. So if anything, I could send him a barrel, say, hey, spin me up this barrel. Here's the reamer. And then I also have a coworker who's my electronic technician. He's all the way in Missouri, and I could send him some parts as well for him to true up. He has the same Dave Manson truing a Remington 700 truing machine and everything, the tools and all that.
Gotcha.
So if anything, I could always call out for help for folks that I know do quality work. And obviously, I'll do the final check, put everything together. So if it comes down to it, I got help.
Okay. All righty. That's what I needed to know.
We got Ramsey Country saying, I don't know if it's a golf ball they're talking about, but he said at 1,000 yards, I'll take the 6XC or my 47. So now we're getting that golf ball really far out there. Now it's going to be like shooting the gnat's ass at 1,000 yards.
There's a channel that I watch that a guy shot a 7 short action ultra mag at an egg at 1,000 yards and hit it. The guy's a phenomenal shot too. He's got only about 1,000 subscribers, but he's got a good channel and he shoots pretty damn good. He goes by the handle of Gunfather.
Gunfather?
Yeah.
Huh.
So Kenny, really, honestly, did you get all my parts? Because I'm kind of hoping that'll be done by the end of September.
I don't know what parts we're looking at, unless I forgot.
I sent you a box, and it said it was delivered.
When was this?
Day before yesterday, actually.
Okay, I got to know. Text me the
I'm
address.
totally kidding, dude. I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding.
Like, wait a minute. Don't do that to me. I already had bad instances with the post office.
And the whole time I already knew he was full of crap.
Oh, that was cruel.
No, but
cruel.
honestly,
that was cruel, Daniel. You're right.
I can appreciate it though.
Exactly.
It wouldn't behoove me. I mean, it would behoove me. Perhaps it would behoove me to make a cool little fun gun. It's something I've wanted to do, but I just can't decide on the caliber.
Dude,
but I do want to do it, and if you're interested in building it, I'd totally.
Yeah, I've been building a bunch of pistol 6.5 Grendels, bolt action pistols, in the 6.5 Grendel.
I'm thinking I wanted to do a 300 PRC for the longest time, but I think I've grown out of it.
Yeah, if you're gonna go that route, just go 300 one mag. Yeah.
Hey, Raider. Yeah. Look at that, Raider.
Yes.
Still a dick. Hashtag. Still a dick.
He's stealing my tagline.
Let's see. That's good stuff right there. What's up? AR Gun 1776. The other Tim Davis. I will hit a barn at 1,000 yards. Nice, Tim. Nice. PW Abigail. Matt Cross said nothing fancy, could do it first try. I would like to see that. Conservative sniper hunters out there hit still. Jackson. All right.
Boy, I feel so outclassed here in this chat because my average shots around here are anywhere from 5 yards to 200 yards.
What do you shooting at
Yeah.
200 yards, Danny?
Huh? Groundhogs.
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 That's cool. How have you been, Daniel, by the way? I haven't seen you in what seems like a year.
Oh, I have. Yeah, where you been? I've been around. I've been okay. Just doing my thing, dealing with all this insanity that goes on around us with this whole COVID thing. And I just sit back and I think how stupid it's gone. I just think how stupid everything's going on around the world. So I'm just trying to learn more.
Oh, shit.
I've got into casting hardcore because you can't find any bullets for reloading. Even in gun stores, they got a lot. So I've overcome my 9mm. I've got a lot of that. Now I'm moving on for a 300 blackout so I can cast and make my own. There.
Good stuff.
Tim Davis, that's funny.
Oh shit! Armament Axis. He's going to talk about the groundhog at 400 yards. Shot him in the eye.
I want to talk about the gophers at 600. Man, we need to go out to that range where that place is where we went last. Where you? Oh, just grab you at the airport with a trunk full of guns, and we'll go. I guess it hasn't happened before, right?
Right.
We'll go straight there. You pick my ass up at the airport. We'll go straight over there.
Nice.
What day are you coming in?
The 10th. I'll be there.
What day is that? That's a Sunday?
I don't know. It's the 10th. Let me see.
No, it's Saturday.
That's even better.
Yeah.
There you go. Pick my ass up.
Unfortunately, I'm
You
taking
don't-
the wife camping this weekend, and
Just sell all your rifles. You don't need them. I'll take the AI.
They're rusting anyway.
They're rusting there anyway. You might as well just turn them into Jeep axles and parts.
no, there's not rusting happening in my safe. I can guarantee you that. No.
No, Rock Crusher hit an egg at 200 yards with an AK-74. There you go. Gophers and Gophers.
How many rounds?
Rock Crusher. How many rounds, my man? There was another thing. Who else? Oh, Jackson had called. He had an idea. 300 yards with a 22 long rifle. He was telling Ramsey Country. Man, we got all these people throwing out these crazy ideas. Crazy ideas.
Y'all gotta buy me a camera.
August 10th is a Monday. See, Tim Davis. Tim Davis is my not my financial advisor. He's my Siri. Hey, Tim, how many feet are in a mile? There you go.
That's 282.
Oh, three shots, Rock Crusher said.
Nice.
Thanks for that, though, Tim. The other Tim Davis. August 10th is obviously a Monday. I was thinking Patty's birthday is on Thursday, but I was thinking it was the 8th, not the 6th. So I was doing the math from there. But yeah, obviously it's the 6th, not the 8th. So Tim Davis winning.
There you go. That would make a great X-ring shirt. Bullseye at 400 yards with a 22 long rifle.
No, I think the other one would make a great T-shirt. # still a dick.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I just keep thinking about this 600 yards hitting a golf ball. I mean, that's an eyeball. I mean, just think of how small that is. That's an incredible shot. He hit it.
Yeah, like I said, and let's be clear about this. I did not say it was not possible. I just said it would be an extremely impressive shot to do that within 2 rounds. Because originally it was just 1 shot, and then KB was like, "I'm on. You need to give me a second round." I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. 2 shots. I'm good with that."
Poor Brian. So he signed up.
Even with the AI,
and he's got 4 top PRS shooters on his squad. The owner
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, SoCal. Even with the AI, that would be a tough shot.
Yeah. I don't know. Get out there, SoCal.
You're talking about wind gust.
Okay,
I have to go down.
SoCal,
I have to go down to Paula.
Yeah,
what's the
on
smallest
Monday
group
when
you
you pick
printed?
me up from the airport and we go shoot.
What is
I
the
can't on
smallest
Monday.
group
There's no chance.
that you've
Sorry,
printed
Ringo.
with your AI, John?
Maybe like ½ inch, maybe slightly smaller.
Okay, you're huge compared to hitting that golf ball at half
Oh
inch
yeah,
group.
yeah, I get it. But
Yeah,
you know, you remember when we were all out here? We were shooting at Paula, and we were shooting gophers,
yeah.
and somebody just could not hit the gopher.
That was me.
That would be Rick. But you also have to
Through
remember,
my completely overheated SIG.
I didn't even have a long range rifle at the time.
he had not done any long range shooting either. I mean, that was his first real time shooting long range.
But this is crap ammo, shooting at a 4-inch wide target with a 308, with the shittiest scope on the planet.
There's nothing that you own, SoCal, that is shitty. Period. Okay, don't even go there.
Right.
Yeah, his
No,
idea.
that scope
His
on
idea
there
of shitty
in
is a
comparison.
$3,000 scope. Okay, that's
No. This is like a
$2,900 scope.
No. It was like it's like a Leopold, like LX or
I'm
LC
sorry.
something.
It's just a
Leopold.
Leopold.
I'll be back. You guys are out of control. Hey, everybody in the comment section, keep these guys honest. Don't let them get out of hand.
God, that was so much fun, man. And that was so funny when Rick just showed up with breakfast burritos. I'm just like, look at this guy. He just shows up with breakfast burrito.
I had a
That
good
was
time.
so
That was
cool.
fun.
That was so cool. Way cool.
All I remember was working on an AR.
Yeah, that one that was all jacked up. That's what you get when you build ARs in the middle of the night when you can't see straight.
Okay, so real quick, because someone was asking, and I don't recall, I think it might be Brian. There's somebody that's getting ready to shoot a PRS match. And one of the topics he wanted to cover was, and since we've got Kenny here that's done it before, we've got myself here, what would behoove you to take to this PRS match? Normally, I'll let Kenny go first. I'm just going to throw in my 2 cents worth. My 2 cents worth would be a small backpack, 2 bags, one with your loaded ammo, one to put your empties in to keep them separate. Something that's sealable. Doesn't matter if you use a large Ziploc bag. Doesn't matter. I would definitely take a spotting scope or a set of binos. For me personally, it would be a set of binos. You're going to want a tripod of some sort. Just something so that you've got it. And as far as bags, don't overdo it, but you need something that's kind of like a mid-sized pillow and then a smaller rear bag. On top of that, some way to do your data, okay? Like Streetlock or a Kestrel. Kestrel preferred, but if you don't have a Kestrel, use Streetlock and do the best you can with it. And the most important thing, one of the most important things, is a data card that you can see, whether it's on an armband or whether it's on the rifle, something that you can put your dope in. Rangefinders are not going to be that necessary because everybody on the squad is going to have one. They're going to give you your distances. Just learn target identification. Know which targets you need to be engaging and where they're at, what order. That's pretty much all you need. Your rifle, of course, and a bipod, and I think you are good to go. And take a notepad and a pen. You're going to have that. Kenny?
Well, I really don't have a lot of gear, so I'm one of those guys that are kind of I guess you like to call a user. So when I get there, there's a lot of folks that are willing to actually help. The biggest thing that I found out is a small bag, like you're saying, like a pillow bag. And what I do is I have one that acts like a pouch as well, so I throw all my brass in there as well. Dope cards, that's what I have. I got a scope mounted dope card. As far as binos, luckily the folks that are on that I teamed up with last time had some, so they're able to let me use those. So yeah, definitely, if you guys can afford one, get one of those. So pretty much everything stated. That's what I got. Tripod. The Codwell tripod, the one that Codaboy 32 has, is actually not bad. I think that would be a little useful tool that's not too expensive either.
Yeah, one other thing I want to add to this is you have to remember, if you go in with the intention of, hey, I'm a new shooter, and thinking that somebody else might loan you gear, you remember, they're going to want to be looking through the scope right off the bat to be able to figure out where the targets are, and they want to see the other shooters to watch the wind on what it's doing. That is key. So you really need to see the first person on your squad, if you are not unlucky enough to be the first person called on the squad, to watch his impacts. Don't bother yourself with anything else, because even if you don't see the impact and he misses, if he hits the dirt, you're going to get some kind of indicator at what the bullet or what the wind is doing at the target. You really need to watch those indicators, then get busy writing your dope down. But you don't want to miss those first couple shots. That's what I would recommend.
I think that's some good information for sure.
Yeah, so Brian Marks is saying, I have a hog saddle tripod. Okay, so there you go. That works. Binos, great. That works. And if you're not using the tripod with the hog saddle, you can grab one of the eyepieces on the bipod or on the hog saddle and clamp to one of the eyepieces and rotate it at about 45 degrees and use it as a mount for the binoculars. And that way it's kind of self-supporting. I've done that before. Game changer, absolutely 100%. He's got Hornady DOF and a nice backpack. I think you're good. Just remember, you need a pocket to put your dirty brass in, because once it hits the ground, you don't want all that dust getting back into your stuff that you're trying to keep clean.
Yeah, well, he was on here earlier. I was trying to find the thing. I was going to send him a link, but yeah, he's getting ready for that match, and all the help he can get would be appreciated, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Really quickly, totally change the subject. What do you need a huge ass pair of channel locks for on a reloading press for?
Like lock ring.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Coda Boy.
Perfect
Did you get
question.
that out of the book of Coda Boy or something?
Hey, man. Story of my life, my tools are always too big.
And the smoke alarm might go off.
All right, Kenny, I have a question for you. This should actually help a lot of the viewers out there. I don't use Lee dies normally, okay? However, I did order a set for the 223 AI. How in the heck are you supposed to tighten that thing all the way down? Is there a special tool for that collar?
Are you talking about the lock ring?
Can you hold that up really close to the camera?
Yeah, the lock ring here?
No. The new Lees don't have flats on them.
These right here, right? Breech locks?
No.
Oh, that looks like a gear.
It looks like a gear.
Oh.
Channel locks. Like this guy.
No.
Let me see.
Oh, the red one, yeah.
No,
that's a lock.
You know what? Let me just grab it. Hold on. It's going to be a whole lot easier.
Here we go. Down to the basement.
I need something to eat. This whole
Okay, right here. God, this is the absolute stupidest design for a lock ring I've ever seen in my life, because you can't tighten that by hand. You need some type of wrench or something. You can tighten it by hand, but you're not getting it tight enough. And the problem
That's the lock rings they're coming with now? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Looks like
it's
you could almost
horrible.
use like a castle nut wrench on it.
I thought about that. It doesn't fit. I tried mine. And okay, so here's the one for the. Hold on, let me get some light in here.
What about that
look at this.
Magpul like?
Look at this
barrel?
stupid thing.
What about a Magpul like barrel wrench?
Okay, hold on. Just hold that thought.
Hold on. Okay. They didn't give you one of these thingies?
Where is that? How is that going to fit in this little tiny case that it ships in now? The die is in here. That's it.
They must have went really chintzy on you, because this is the
Okay.
tool for those lock rings.
Okay, one side of the Magpul wrench.
No,
Nope.
the other end.
Now let's try the other end. Nope, slides right
Oh,
over.
man.
No.
Yeah, not happening.
Honestly, the way that does it even have an O-ring on it or no? Does it have an O-ring?
It does have an O-ring on the bottom.
Okay. So,
But
so how those work, how these dies work, is they're not meant to jam all the way down. They're actually meant to have a little bit of wiggle, and that's where your concentricity to have that free floating effect on your shell. So you're supposed to tighten it down to where it's just finger tight, where you just can't really snug them up much. And you should be able to grab the actual die and kind of wiggle it around in there. That's how it's meant to be.
Okay. Okay, that's all nice and dandy, and some stupid engineer thought about that. But I'll tell you, he wasn't thinking it through, because if you do the conversion, have you ever done the Hornady conversions that have the little cams in them like this?
Yep.
So okay. Well, the problem is, if you don't get this thing really tight, sometimes you go to twist the die out, the whole die will change. Once you get a die set up, I don't like to change it. I like to lock it in. It's done. It's set. We all do that. With this contraption that they've done now, it's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, that's a bad combination with the Hornady Breech Lock Pro system, the quick change. So honestly, I would change that lock ring up for your system that you have. Yeah, that's not going to work for what you have going on.
Yeah, but the thing is between okay, so Rick loads over here, uses 6.5 Creedmoor. We load 6mm. All of that, the lock and load works quickly. But now, if I'm adding this 223 AI into the mix, once I turn that, it's enough to get it out of where you had it set, and I hate that.
Right.
Anyway, I thought it would be a good topic.
That is a good topic. Yeah, the lock rings, the lead lock rings, a lot of folks actually throw them away just because they don't know how they're supposed to really be tightened down. They're kind of, I guess, they feel a little bit odd about having to tighten down a die with it moving around still. That's how they're meant to be installed.
Hey, Matt
Ray,
Cross,
can you use just a regular, like a Dillon brass locking ring?
I probably could, but like I said, I don't.
They're all the same threads.
Matt Cross hits this on the head. He's never seen so much complaining over lead components. Dollar General's reloading department really let me down. And I get it. I don't use lead dies, okay? However, for 223 Ackley Improved, this was the only set that we could source. Isn't that right, Kenny?
Yeah.
And they had one left in stock. So I had to get them, or I just didn't have anything, and I needed to get them in for this build. So if you look on my rack, there are up there as far as, unless you're talking about the decapper, and they do make a good decapper. That seems to work, but I don't use lead. The only other lead I bought, it crushed my Lapua brass. You can ask Rick about that.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I know Kenny, you use a lot of lead stuff, and I don't know, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I use
the expander ball that crushed it.
Yeah, just trying to put the expander ball into a lubed even lube inside of the neck of the case will completely crush the lapel brass on a 6mm Creedmoor. And Rick was like, "Let me try it." I was like, "Go ahead. I've already thrown away $3. Let's make it 6 or 15." And so he was like,
"That's exactly
like,
what he
this.
said."
And I was like, "Yeah, you crushed it just like I did." And it looks like a little mushroom.
It
Well,
pushes
let me-
the shoulder in.
You might as well just put it in a hydraulic press. That's what it looks like.
Well, let me share a secret that I've been doing with the Lee dies. In fact, what I've been finding out on the full-length sizing die is that their concentricity inside, actually chuck this on the lathe, is actually very good. So what I've been doing is actually boring out the Lee dies itself and getting rid of that actual decapping pin expander ball. That decapping pin expander ball causes all kinds of problems in the reload. So what I do is I take a cheap Lee full-length sizing die. It seems to match the chamber of my rifles quite well, at least with the rifles that I have, and bore out the middle. Essentially what I turned it into is pretty much a body die, just like Redding's body die, but for a quarter of the cost. Then what I get for neck tension is I use what I like using is the Lee collet die. That's what I use, and I have custom manuals that I turn down for neck tension. So cheap, yes, I use both Hornady and Lee dies for full length size and die.
So what you're saying is buy a Lee and then spend hours to make it work right.
Well, he's got a lathe.
Yeah, it took me an hour, if that, if anything. And honestly, I've been testing this with the chambers of my rifle. Hornady dies, Redding, as well as RCBS, both undersize the body quite a bit compared to Lee dies. The Lee dies are actually, they don't size as much, which is a good thing for most chambers. So to have a full sizing die that gets it to where it just pushes the shoulder, not shoulder, but the body down a little bit, to me, I've been getting really good performance that way.
Yeah, of course, after you bore and modify the die itself, right?
Yeah. But the decapping pin is the key. Get rid of those freaking decapping pin expander balls. Those things cause all kinds of problems on the hand loads.
Yeah, that's exactly what crushed my cases too.
All right.
You're still pissed about that.
Yes.
I don't have an even whatever 100.
Yeah.
It went to the reloader gods. That's where it went.
If you have I have a question for you. Okay, so you guys have any of you guys been following Todd Elster's rifles and reloading, and he bought the auto trickler, I mean, it's like fully standalone.
It's like the A&D 130 or something like that.
Yeah. So that's a nice setup. So today I went to Sportsman's Warehouse because I was looking for some little boxes like this, and they have the new Charge Master there, and it was $900. What did they change on it to justify that price?
Dude,
the box.
They changed it. Les and I were talking about this, Papa's Place, and I think they came out with that like almost a year ago. Yeah. But they made it instead of a diaphragm scale, it's magnetic.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's supposed to be much more accurate, but don't quote me on that. I believe that's. I mean, like I said, this was like almost a year ago. But it's supposed to be within 1,000th instead of 100th of a grain. So there's that.
Yeah.
They're more gooder, Mario says.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the resolution is within 1,000th. I think it's probably.
Oh, and it has two tricklers, it sounds like.
Yes. I do remember seeing that. It had like two spigots coming out of it.
But still, he showed it to me, and I was like, "Nah, you can buy a jewelry scale for the same amount of money and just do it by hand."
All you need is a dandy trickler.
That dandy trickler! I'm telling you, that thing is the most
so much time.
Badass thing to assist you with getting loads done quickly. I love it.
Mm-hmm. That is one cool machine, and it was like $100, right?
Hey, armament and axes. Yeah, I've used mini dies as well, and there is no way to learn how to use that Lee on that 6mm Creedmoor. I didn't just start reloading. Probably not reloading as long as you, but I mean, I've got about 30 years of reloading under my belt, and I've never had a die work as horribly as that Lee did when it crushed the cases. No amount of lube or anything else would fix it. And this was brand new Lapua, never fired brass. And it's just a horrible design. I was actually looking for the decap, the actual pin that Kenny takes out, because it's a really funky shape and it just didn't work.
I remember when I was building, I built a Dillon just to make 300 Blackout. This is like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago, I think. Maybe not that long ago, but the only dies I could find were Lee. And the same kind of shit was happening to me, where I had a Dillon sizing die that would interacted with their 1500 trimmer. I sized the brass, but then I had no way to actually proceed from there. And the same deal with crushed cases and trimming, and yeah, it was just nightmare.
Yeah.
Tim said it's got Bluetooth as well to a phone app. One small and one large.
Still not worth $13.
I'd rather, if I'm going to buy one, I'd buy the A&D right now. It's pricey, but I actually need to get one.
Have you guys noticed a big difference with those better scales? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, armor and axes, I don't want you to take that the wrong way. I was just commenting because I was so frustrated with that. As a matter of fact, we couldn't even reload any into that brass until I was able to actually find the right, find a 6mm die. And once I did, I found the set of Hornadies at a local shop. I had to pay out the wazoo for them. But the very first press, it was perfect. And so it is the die, unfortunately. It just gets me because it's like that new ring, that lock ring. Maybe they should suggest, hey, if you're buying this, you might want this, or, that plastic tool,
right,
to be able to lock those down. And like I said, I didn't know. And I'm getting into some funky calibers now that I really never thought I would, like that 223 Acme Improved. Oh my gosh, that's like changed my life. I love that rifle.
Hey,
and that
Kenny,
caliber is just awesome.
I got a suggestion. 3D print a little wrench. Make a wrench for that stupid ass thing.
Well, I can fix Ray's life right now. See this lock ring here?
Yeah?
Yeah.
3D printed. Polycarbonate, some strong stuff. Works pretty damn good. It's free if you ask for the right price.
It's free if you ask for the right price.
Hey, SoCal, did you have a chance to see this yet?
See this
yet? Man.
Oh, is that?
Hold on.
Yeah, I was watching the last few. Yeah, that's 100% sexy right there, man.
Whose rifle is that?
That's yours, Kenny, or the one you
I
built.
don't know, dude. It doesn't look like mine.
I know.
That's why I was saying, hey man, Kenny, when is my rifle coming? Because I sent you all the parts.
Yeah, they got
all the parts I never sent. I sent.
Dude, everybody's got better rifles than I have. Actually, I have a cool rifle coming in. I did send a link to Ray, so Ray probably has a good hint of what it is.
Hold on, this is the perfect comment right here by Jackson.
Okay, so Kenny knows this from the beginning. This was supposed to be a dual caliber rifle. One for Ella to shoot, one for me to have. It was 6mm arc is what was going to be the secondary barrel, right?
Right. Yes,
and
sir.
then I went out with these knuckleheads training on Saturday, and they're just like cranking through 6mm Creedmoor and cranking through 6.5 Creedmoor, and here I am shooting box 77 grain 223, and I'm just killing these plates, and I'm like, I can hear the dollar bills just hitting the ground on the other side and over on this side, and I can hear the quarters just hitting the ground on my side.
Hashtag still a
True
dick.
story. Yeah, you know it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, that's why I'm that's why I'm really stoked to be testing this caliber out. And after today's performance, it's definitely opened up the doors that I think this thing's gonna be an awesome little cartridge.
Yeah,
Kenny,
I'm looking forward to it.
Right? Kenny, you
What was
got a
that?
question from +5. Can you see it?
If your gunsmith has action specs, can they do away with? Absolutely. So this is something that I talked with both Ray and Rick. Both their setups, I have it documented and filed away exactly their headspace measurement from the bolt face to the front of the receiver, as well as the front of the receiver to the recoil lug. That said, I could actually spin them up a barrel, and they could actually make that thing into a switch barrel. Essentially what it is something that you just crank down with hand pressure around 30 foot-pounds, headspace. So absolutely. When I build these rifles, when I mean blueprint, a lot of folks say blueprinting. No, I literally blueprint it. I have it drawn out on AutoCAD, and I go to that exact measurement. So I have it blueprinted. That's what I mean by that's the true way of trimming up an action. A lot of folks say they blueprint. Well, where are the measurements? No, they just run a simple tool in there that supposedly squares up the threads and all that and the faces, but they don't know the measurements of any of that. That's a little difference that I do.
Science.
Science.
Yeah.
He's blinding us. It's science.
It's science, yeah. So the cool thing about that, the rifles that I make is if you guys ever need, or for instance, you want to have somebody build a barrel for you, they could just contact me and I'll ship them the blueprints right over to them. Obviously check, of course. You always got to check your headspace, but if the rifle's never been damaged and the barrel's been spun off correctly, it's always going to headspace with that measurement. I used Northland Shooter Supply, the recoil lugs, and the recoil lugs are extra hardened. They're a super hard material, so it is almost impossible to scratch that stuff.
I can't wait.
Yep.
But you will. You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait longer.
Yeah.
It would have been done a lot sooner if Kenny wasn't out shooting the art today. Yeah, Ray's all, yeah, Kenny just showed me some shots or something of the 6 arc. I'm all, that asshole's supposed to be doing some work on my gun right now.
Yeah. Well, I went there to go tune up the laser machine, but the guy was in a rush. So I was like, I only got like an hour of time behind that thing.
Yeah.
But that's just a whole different ball game right there. I don't know anything about freaking laser machines, and all of a sudden I just jump on it to go figure it out. The manual's in freaking Chinese, first of all, literally. So
you got one of them machines.
Yeah, it's a Triumph, dude. I don't know. I'm sitting there with my Google phone, my Bixby phone, translating the paragraphs so I can read it.
Oh boy, never mind. I'll find a gunsmith with an American.
It's jacked up.
Hey, Kenny.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Kenny, if you send me the vector file, if you have one for your logo, I could probably put that back on this rifle with my laser machine.
Yeah, you don't need to, man. If you don't, I just did it just to see if I could do it.
Hey, I'm proud that you built it, man. It turned out to be an awesome build.
Hey, Kenny, if actually I don't know if you know anything about graphics or anything, but I do. If you want to send me something you want to go on the side of Ray's rifle, I will convert it to a vector graphic and send it to him.
And not hashtag still a dick, okay?
There you go. Yeah. I can make that.
Hashtag prickin' dick.
I don't even know what that means.
Long enough barrel. He's got a long enough barrel, so I think the graphic, as long as your laser could go that long.
Whoa,
I don't even know
whoa.
what we're talking about at this
This is
point,
a
but I'm just saying if you want me to convert something for you
jeez.
guys.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I need help because I don't know anything about that crap. The guy that has the machine bought it, but he does like mag pull mags and stuff. So that's all he knows. So he went to go do a couple barrels and a receiver for me, and it shifted on him. Really pissed me off. So that said, I'm the one.
That means it wasn't fixtured correctly.
All right.
Did you get that bighorn action from James at Northland?
Yeah, is that his name? Every time I call him, I have to leave a voicemail. They're always like super busy or something. I think it's James.
Sounds like another company we know.
Yeah, Northland. That's the only people that have those actions in right now.
Where'd you learn it? Where'd you get your skills at? DW was asking.
Engineering. Oh, well.
Hard,
So
no.
growing up, my whole family is actually in the tool and die industry. So I got all my uncles are in the machining, tool and die industry in San Jose, and all my aunts are in the medical field. Obviously, Filipinos. You know, we always got to be either lawyers or doctors or machinists. That said, growing up, I was always around machines. I had to learn how to operate and clean a CNC machine since I was like 6 years old. So I used to actually work for my uncle doing precision tool and die tooling, basically in San Jose, and programming AutoCAD, SurfCam. I worked with VF3s, Haas, a lot of wire EDM. So I learned that as a young age, and then I kind of strayed away from that, got into automotive. But it's always been in my blood, I guess. So.
Thanks, DB. When is the shooting match? A few weeks ago, you said in a few weeks' time. No, we did the one. We just got done with the Utah one, and the next one's not till I have 2 in October. Ray has
this weekend. There's a
I
PRS.
can't believe you guys were
this
that
weekend.
close. You guys were within 10 hours and you didn't just skip on over to visit.
Shit. It would have been an option if we didn't land in Denver and drive all the way through Wyoming to get to Utah.
Whatever.
Hey, you got a vehicle. Your ass could have drove up to us. What up, bro?
I didn't hear any interest level.
No interest level? Tool and die for the win, that cross. Hey, look, we can actually.
Oh my God, Daniel's awake. I thought he had passed out forever on his porch.
No, I'm just keeping my mouth shut while you guys are talking technical stuff that's way above my head. I'm still using just 2 hole molds to cast bullets, and I just learned to powder coat them. And high tech equipment like my wife's pink knife to drill any extra excess on it.
Does she know you have that knife?
Oh yeah, I got to sharpen all her knives.
Okay.
Is that what it's called? The pink knife?
Well, it's pink.
I can see that, but I mean,
Yeah, she likes the name of the chat title.
Well, here, because if she caught me using this, she might get mad.
The sharp one?
Oh.
I broke one of my Microtechs on a cardboard box the other day. Broke it.
That's
not break it.
What, the tip?
No, but it literally broke in half.
Get the hell out of here.
You're not supposed to use it as a screwdriver.
Did you use it as a prying tool?
I was lying. I didn't break anything. I was hoping for a reaction out of Ray, but he was not even listening. He's like, look, I have an LWRC something.
We can tell you all.
Brooks Miller asked if I still have the trunk monkey, and of course I have the trunk monkey.
I love LWRC. They make some nice stuff.
Trunk monkey.
The thing that screams LWRC is that whole that area in the magazine with the bolt catch and the magazine release, the ambidextrous stuff. the screams. That's like their deal. They were the first ones to come out with that stuff.
You know what really screams it is their logo. It says LWRC right on.
There's that, but you couldn't see it from the angle.
I'm just busting you up since you've been lying to us all.
Yeah.
And there's that.
Hey, Rick. Question for you.
He's not here.
42.
Now, never mind. I just found it. Well, I was trying to find that build that I did yesterday and ask you where you put it, but I just found it. So give me a second.
It's like 3 feet over.
It's on the other bench across by the stairs.
Yeah, so
it's underneath all that stuff.
Mister, I have enough parts to build a badass JP rifle.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I got one of these. You know what? I think we could build another rifle. Like,
So let's talk about what we got here. This was provided by Santan, and this is their billet upper and lower. And so we put it together, and I had a JP handguard that was tucked away in a drawer. But look at this, brand new JP Super Match, cryogenically treated.
That's just too pretty to shoot.
no, it ain't.
Oh yeah, I haven't shot it yet, but yeah, it's got the match bolt for it. It's got the point.
Handguard's crooked.
No, it's not. Handguard's perfect. And I had a spare Veltor stock laying around, so
Yeah,
put that together last night. Rick was with me. I mean, the whole build just took. It didn't take long at all.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Sean Connery, DW says.
Right.
What the hell's going on over here? Oh, Daniel's sharpening something.
What is that?
That's the cheater knife sharpener.
Come on, man. You need to use the Japanese honing stones. That's totally cheap.
No, those things are actually really cool, especially if you don't know what you're
They
doing.
work.
Like me.
These things work.
It does both sides at the same time.
Yeah, and then you can go, well, it's got the diamond on the one side and the steel where you can really smooth it up. Strop it on some leather. It's cutting fingertips off.
Yeah. You know what's 100-year-old? My body getting old suck. I recommend not getting old. Yeah, Chris, I know what you're saying.
Alrighty.
Hair on my hair bean bags.
I'm going to disagree with Armin and Axes, respectively, but I'd rather grow old than not grow.
Not grow old.
Or just grow, for that matter. Every day is a learning experience. Let's grow. I don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
There's a new song for you.
So DW, what you're talking about is that blend that they do. You really can't tell where it transitions from the barrel to the and that line you're seeing in the camera is not the transition.
No, wait. She's awake.
Oh, the new baby.
Uh-oh.
Baby.
Ray has the nicest toys.
Look at that tiny little thing.
Where is
That's, aw.
Going to reload with the baby.
nice?
I'll show you how to reload precision ammo. You're never going to touch an AR, are you? No ARs for you.
No
Sorry.
ARs, bolt guns only.
Bolt guns for you. Yeah. No, I'm on. Wife needs a break.
I don't blame her.
Got that new baby smell.
Yeah.
Yep, new baby smell. Her eyes are they're getting blue. I think she has blue eyes. So
She's like, yeah, and that damn ass bright light right in there. It's not fun, Dad.
Aren't you Filipino?
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll get you under the light.
Little peanut.
Gives her some sunglasses.
Yeah, some of those gangster ones.
Dude, they gave her some, so she has a little bit of jaundice, so she had to go in the blue light a little bit. So she has like these really cool like sunglasses that they let us take home.
That's pretty cool.
Oh. But yeah, I didn't think I'd be buying diapers again.
Yeah.
Try.
The alternative's ugly. I'd go with diapers.
I'd rather get snipped, man. I'm done. I'm no more. And 2 boys, girls. That's happening.
I was so excited to get that done.
Right. So.
Your boy's getting old. I saw him on that video, or the golf ball video.
Oh yeah, my son, the oldest one.
Yeah, he's getting big.
Yeah, he's getting big. Yeah, he actually he kept egging me to go do the challenge or to go shoot it as well. So he wants to try it out as well. So I'm gonna let him try it out. He's a pretty good shot too. So surprising for his age, he can hold that rifle pretty steady.
Tell him to do that 100-yard one.
Well, we're both gonna do that. It's just freaking hot, man.
All right, Captain Peterson.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend, Kenny?
Testing more 6 arc. Actually, hand loads this time.
All right. Well, we're going camping. You know the big hillside on the other side of the Lytle Creek from the gun club?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're gonna go camping up there. I was gonna say, hey, if you're really bored and feel like driving for 4 hours or 6 hours, it'd be fun to have you join us.
Yeah, it's only 3 hours away from me.
Oh, really? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're game,
yeah,
I still have your number. I think I still have your number. Look.
Yeah, I tell you, my mom lives right down the road from there. Like literally, you pass the gas station where West End Gun Club is, and it's make a left at the stop sign, and that's where she's at.
Oh yeah. Actually, there was a gnarly car crash up there the last time I went shooting at the gun club.
Yeah.
And I think actually it wasn't a crash. It was more a pit maneuver from a highway patrol that rolled some guy's car right in front of, like, Neely's Corner, that whole area where the McDonald's and the gas station, everything is like right there. And they were buffering all the traffic instead of allowing them to continue on down that road to the freeway, 15. They were making everybody turn, and they're like, yeah, you can get to the freeway this way. And it's like, yeah, you can, but it takes like a year. Because so
if I wanted to get to California, I could drive that way and drive all the way around with some boat work and some other stuff.
Yeah. So totally invite out. If you're interested, I'll hit you up in a text message.
Yeah, well, my
if it's not doable, I mean, don't worry about it.
Yeah, my stepdad just got a 2020 Rubicon, so he's all looking for upgrades and crap now. I told him to look up your Instagram.
Oh man, you know what Jeep stands for, right?
Yeah, every pocket.
Just empty every pocket.
Yeah. He already put in a is it a carbon dioxide tank, the air tires and all that?
I've had those for. That was like one of the first things I ever bought. A winch, a lift kit, and then a power tank.
Well, funny story is that he went to fill it up. So this got it filled. This is like just topped off, right? So 60,000 pounds of pressure or something, whatever's in there. He went to go hook the hose, and the hose came off. It was one of those shark fittings. Freaking stacked it right on his nut, dude. Bink. Laid him out.
Oh man.
Yeah, for the count.
That's not fun.
Yeah, that was funny.
God, y'all.
Yeah, when you get to change that Jeep out for a Bronco.
So yeah, I see other Tim Davis's comment there. Something about the Bronco. I mean, I like the interior of them, but the part I don't like is the front independent suspension. nowhere near as articulating as a full axle.
It's a freaking four-cylinder.
But on the other side of the coin, I bet you the engine has got to be better than the Mopar, that piece of junk that I got in mine.
Yeah, it's a
With
four-cylinder.
that eco thing that Ford's got going on, I think it's the same motor they put in the Raptor, but I'm not sure. I don't know crap about Ford's gasoline powered motors, but
Well,
I'm
the auto shut off too. They automatically shut off if you get off the car for like 15, 20 minutes. It shuts off.
Yeah. But it does have a 10-speed instead of an 8-speed, so that's an added bonus. But something about the body, it doesn't look aggressive enough, I guess, for lack of a better word, manly enough. It looks like a mommy van to me. I'm not a fan. However, I am a fan of the interior. I like my gadgets and my technology, and it's definitely chock full of that. So I'm kind of split. I don't know.
I see you.
Yeah, I think they look pretty awesome.
What, $80,000 or something? What's the price?
No. I think the base price is like 28 grand.
What?
40.
Yeah, it's super low, and then I think the top of the line is right there with the top of the line Jeep for like right around 55,000-60,000.
I was waiting for them to come out with the FJ, a new model of the FJs. It's supposed to, from what I heard.
FJs are cool.
Yeah. They're expensive if you really.
A lot of buddies of mine have FJs, and they love them.
Right.
First production SUV without a lift kit. Actually, the Raptor was, I think. That Raptor came with, I guess it wasn't an SUV, though. That's a truck.
Hey, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Brian Marks wants you to talk him into a Rimmage barrel.
There's a caveat to them. Yeah. There's always a caveat to it. You got to kind of get used to the look of it. So, if you're one to tinker with it, tinker with your own firearm and headspace your own rifles and chains barrels, a Rimmage is the way to go. But to make it look like a classy rifle or something that shoots good, the shoulder barrel obviously looks better. But
how about that one you sent me a picture of today?
Yes. So those barrel nuts is something that me and our friend Brad are designing. It's just a typical 6-sided barrel nut. But what do you think of that look? Does it look all right, or I mean, with one of those like the flying actions, how they're all squared like that? That's what we're trying to go for.
I kind of like it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got one of them actually here. I can show a barrel. Can I show a barrel on the live stream?
As long as it's just a barrel. Actually, it's probably just a piece of steel.
A piece of steel, yeah.
A steel pipe. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I got one of these. You dropped the Choopy. Okay. Hold on, let me give her back to Mom. You just dropped the Choopy. I gotta go watch the Choopy now. Let me go find it real quick. I have it over here somewhere.
I have my camera off. I'm trying not to be rude. I'm trying to grab some dinner, so.
Well, folks, just me and you. Sucks, don't it? Rick, you even out there? Rick, are you even there anymore?
All right. What did I do with that barrel? Got a stock in here somehow. I don't have the matter stock right here.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm glad to see that it arrived safely.
Jeez. Yeah. Somehow lost the barrel. That's not cool. Huh. Well, yeah, I had that new barrel nut on there. See, this is up here. Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, if you're like me, you're going to be up all night until you find that barrel. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to now, but that's a freaking expensive barrel.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Is this it?
Matt, that's too funny.
Damn it. Not it. I got too many barrels here, dude.
Boy,
I'm eating broccoli quiche is what I'm eating.
Oh boy, how's the hunting been? Well, hunting season, the squirrel season comes in about 30 days, followed by archery season in 2 months. And prospects look very good.
Lots of squirrels.
Oh no, I'm talking deer. There's some big booners running around here now.
Hey, conservative sniper hunter, I do want to answer this. I know Kenny's in here so he can hear it, but testing 26-inch barrel 6mm arc, you're getting close to that 2,900 feet per second range. It's not quite there, but remember, those aren't hand loads. That's factory ammo. He shot it out. Is it okay to talk about this, Kenny?
Absolutely. A video will be up tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, so he shot the 6 arc out of the bolt gun, 26-inch barrel, out to 1,000. And Kenny, I don't know if you saw the comment when we were texting back and forth, but what I noticed is there was no vertical stringing on that 1,000-yard plate. It was all just horizontal, and that looked like wind that was pushing it. That's
Right.
pretty good for box ammunition. Basically, that's what's going to be on my build. I've got that Bighorn, and then I forgot it's not a Douglas barrel, guys. I was mistaken in that when I had ordered a Bartlein, or had when I had talked to Kenny. So it's going to have a Bartlein in it, and I think what do you think? 26-inch?
Yeah, I'm going to go for the same length after seeing the velocities today. I'm going to aim it at 26.5 is what these barrels on these rifles that I had
Another thing
today.
that Kenny noticed was
Hey, while he's trying to get his internet back, do you have to choose?
yeah, I was trying to get my internet back.
Hashtag still a dick.
Another thing that he noticed was his Savage with the 1 in 7.7 twist, I believe, did not group as well with that bullet as the 1 in 7 did, which which was interesting. But I think that also had a 27-inch barrel, right?
No, they're both set up the same length, except the Savage is an MTU contour and a 1 in 7.7 with a 3R rifling. That's a 3R rifling, and then the 1 in 7 is a 5R. So actually, if you want it, I can run and get the target real quick. I can show you guys what happened today, the performance at least.
Yeah, but basically he was getting half MOA groups with the 7 twist on the 5R, and so it does sound really promising. So I'm looking forward to that build. And like I said, worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, we'll just ream it out again to 6-dasher. And let's see, if 6 arc is designed for AR-15s, why use it in a bolt gun when so many other 6mm exist already? Because of the support +5. You got Hornady that's backing this thing 100%. Everything from, the dies that are readily available to factory ammunition. That's, I think that's the big key to it. And it's like Ramsey Country said, it is so similar to the PPC. How could it not work? And then there was also another question on here. Let me see if I can find it. It was about the Reaper or the MR762. So owned both of them. I no longer own the Reaper. I sold the Reaper. I actually considered doing heavy division in 3-gun years ago, and I ended up going with the Scar 17 because when I compared the Scar 17 versus the Reaper versus the MR 762, the Scar 17 actually outshot both of the other ones, believe it or not. And I'm a huge HK guy. It didn't matter what type of box ammo I was. What's that?
I was going to say the Reaper weighs 1,000 pounds too.
Yeah, it was.
That thing's a big,
those
heavy
two,
gun.
Yeah. So, the Scar that I chose, and if you've followed the channel for a while, this came up in a conversation one night. When I switched to heavy division, we went with the Scar 17, and we did this kind of Stormtrooper edition where we did everything solid white. This is before anybody did the whole Stormtrooper thing with the guns. And it actually made it on the face of a magazine. I think it was 3-Gun Nation or something like that. It made it on a cover because all the guns were white. I had Glock 41, it was a Benelli M2, and then the Scar 17. And the Scar just outshot the other two hands down. I know that doesn't make as the 762 Army platform, but it just didn't do well in my testing.
Okay.
Brooks got a question here.
Measuring some groups real quick. Yeah, each one of these groups are under an inch for sure. So this is better performance than what I've seen out there in the recent videos that folks have those CMMG barrels or CMMG
Yeah, those things are
rifles.
all over the place.
Dude, so I got to show you. What I didn't show you was a second group out of the Howa 1500 at 1,000 yards. There is no vertical stringing. It was all horizontal. Let me just measure this group, the last group that I have. So today I actually put out a 1/2-inch group today with factory ammo, which is pretty surprising. And these are green barrels. I mean, there's only literally 15 shots down the barrel. Today's performance was actually pretty good. So the first shot, the first two groups you see there in the top, be my right, your left, 850 thousandths. That's out of the Savage and a 1-in-7.7 twist. And you can see how consistent it was. One of them was shot with the magneto speed, the other one wasn't. So there was a point of impact shift there. And then the Howa 1500 did better. So the one on my right, your left, 7.94 inch and a 545. Now this little shot here, I didn't count that because that was definitely a flyer. That put out a velocity of like 200 feet a second lower. So that was obviously a problem on that ammunition. But the extreme spreads and the chrono numbers today, I don't know how well that comes out. That's what I got. This is factory ammo out of a bolt action.
Yeah, so extreme spread of 16 with the SD of 7.3.
7.3.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, the velocities are 2851, and then the Howa, which is a 1-in-7.7 or 1-in-7 twist, shot a, let's see here, Series 2. These are all 5 shots too. So the Howa is a little bit less in velocity. So still under a 10 standard deviation. This one is putting out a 9 standard deviation, about 20 feet a second, but just going with a 1-in-7 twist. So there is a little bit of a velocity change on it. And these are both
What
chambered.
caliber are you guys talking about?
6 ARC.
6 ARC.
Okay.
So yeah, the performance, I mean, like I said, at 1,000 yards is where I really saw it come together. I was like, okay, this is going to be a pretty cool cartridge because it's kind of like the 6mm Creedmoor, but in a smaller package, because you can go ahead and buy this stuff and go compete with it. I mean, it's right there in the velocities that you need. So at 1,000 yards, I had to dial up 8.2 mils is what it was, and it's stating on straight lock to be supersonic all the way out to 1250. So that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I was hoping the factory ammo, believe it or not, would shoot just a little better.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, I'm not sure if it'll be better than if I put more shots down the barrel. Obviously, I didn't
Yeah.
clean it or anything. I just shot it. So, I ordered more. I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, if it could put out a better group, but honestly, for what I've seen out there, those other rifles are not even holding an inch group.
Yeah,
So,
they're not. You're right. But those are out of semi-auto gas guns as well.
you don't want to know what's funny though. So here's the funny thing about the ammo: the standard deviations are low, the extreme spreads and all that are low. So you can technically tune the factory ammo by messing around with a seam depth. I bet you if I shoot these bullets out further, after jamming and coming back 20 thousandths, I bet you I'll probably get a really good group. That's what I plan on doing. But then again, you're kind of getting into hand loading, so not really factory bought ammo.
+5 actually brought up an interesting question that I think we could probably spend the rest of the night on, but can you find that one, Rick? Basically says break-in or no break-in on barrels. Why do some people lean one way or the other? He's not asking me, but he's asking all the bigger brains out there. But I'll still answer the question because you need to build that copper lubricity in the barrel that kind of fills in all the little cracks and crevices on a microscopic level to make it nice and smooth. That's part of the break-in process, but I'll let the bigger brains answer on a higher level.
Well, hold on. Let me turn my camera off so I can bring the rifle up here in a bore cam. That might help out.
I'm just going to spout
Okay,
out
while
this.
he's doing getting set up, I do a barrel break-in, and you'll never change my mind on that. I will die doing barrel break-ins. The guy that taught me, this was back in basically 1988, 89, was a U.S. Army sniper, and they swore by barrel break-in. Now, back in those days, the only copper remover that anyone really used was Sweet 762. Okay, I do not use Sweet 762, but shooting with him and everything that I learned, if you don't break a barrel in properly, it will hold too much copper and foul too quickly. Okay, that's basically the way it was taught to me. So for the next couple of years, I tried breaking them in, and then I tried doing the run it like you stole it. Just shoot it like you're going to shoot it. Don't worry about it. This is my own personal opinion. The rifles that I break in with about 10 shots of shoot and clean will not get as much copper fouling as quickly as those that just take their rifle out and just start banging away. Then there's going to be that argument, well, don't you know your barrels are test fired at the factory? Some of them are, some of them aren't. Okay, so if you have a premium barrel and you're just buying a barrel, a lot of those are going to be pristine right from the factory. You get something that's been hand lapped or whatever. And it depends on the grade of barrel. But I can tell you, in like every Proof, every Bartland, I'm going to break them in the right way, which is going to be 10 shots, pretty much shooting clean. You might do 3 shots after you get your first 5 down the pipe or whatever. Here's an example. Okay, so I was shooting the Proof Conviction over the weekend with Rick. Today I went to go clean it. That rifle had exactly 50 rounds when it started. Today, when I ran Vortex through there, I got 0 blue out of the patch. Rick, 0. There wasn't even a tinge of it on there. And that's what I've typically seen. If you break them in right, they're not going to hold the copper, and you can go longer between shots before it starts to build that copper up. That's my 2 cents. Or 10 minutes.
I want to throw my 2 cents in there. Breaking in a barrel, they're going to shoot more accurate, and they're going to be way easier to clean.
Hey, man, I should have just been quick and easy like that. Dang it.
I'm both ways, honestly.
Whoa.
Too much.
Well,
too much info.
Get out of the gutter. But going back to gun stuff, honestly, a lot of folks that start cleaning their barrels don't know how to properly clean one, and they start putting down bronze brushes down the bore. That is a no-no. A bronze brush does more damage to a stainless steel barrel than you think. It actually scratches those things. So if anything, nylon brushes are king. Nylon brush and a nickel-plated jag. That's what I recommend. Stay away from the damn crown. Don't let that brush go in there and back and forth in the crown.
I thought a bronze brush on a drill press on a
drill bit.
Drill bit.
Okay.
No.
Well, you guys are going to see this barrel. So here's this. This is an Excalibur barrel that I have in my rifle. I'm actually trying to test them out right now, see if they're good. So this will be the first time seeing this bore 15 or 20 shots in to see how much copper fouling there is. So we're going to use this little bad mamma jamma Teflon Borescope. So this, let's see here, let me find the throat. What I'm trying to find is any kind of scoring. So this is 15 shots down. A little bit of copper, or not copper, carbon buildup there. So that looks good and fine. I'm going to be looking for a copper buildup and streaking on the lance. So I'm not really seeing it. Though I'm going to clean this rifle.
If I had to guess, if you see any, it's going to be about 3/4 ways down from the chamber.
Yeah, all that's powder fouling. So I'm going down the bore, looking pretty shiny.
Are you halfway through it?
Yeah, I'm about halfway right now.
That's a damn good camera.
If any's going to appear, it's going to start appearing somewhere around now, about the 3/4.
Right about now, 3/4.
Yep. Every
so
time.
A little bit, yeah. So that's where, exactly where Ray saw him. 3/4 down the barrel. That's what I'm noticing too. But this is what I look for. I'm trying to see uniformity between all the lands and grooves. If I see any high copper spots or any of that, then I get my JB bore paste and I go to town on that area. But this barrel, I think it's a pretty good damn barrel too.
What barrel is that?
This is an Excalibur barrel. I'm actually testing them out right now because I'm going to put an order in for a bunch of these barrels to make these 6 arcs. I've had good luck with that. 22 Creedmoor was an Excalibur barrel too. So.
Okay, so Armament and Axis ask a really good question of you. Bronze is softer than all steel barrels. How does bronze scratch a harder metal?
The carbon. Bronze picks up carbon, and carbon is like diamond. So that said, that's why bronze brushes even really experienced gunsmiths, they say a bronze brush is only when you're trying to remove the most toughest fouling ever. That's one thing. The bronze is like a magnet for carbon.
Good answer.
Okay, so this is going to be the first time we disagree, Kenny.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say it's disagreeing because I agree with exactly what you said. The difference is what I will do is I will chemically clean. And what I mean by that is solvent. We're talking about just hops number 9. Dry patch. And then I will use Vortec. And I'll do Vortec. And then I will go back dry and then solvent and then clean. Then I will run a wet patch of solvent because I've taken almost all of the carbon out of it at that point. And I will push a bronze brush through there about 3 times.
Okay.
Now, I'll unscrew it every time when I pull it the other direction, and then I will take brake parts cleaner and spray down the bronze brush so there's no more carbon on it.
Okay. Well,
now,
you're doing that.
Yeah, that does break up a little more carbon because your next wet patch of hops number 9 will be a black patch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you're spraying down the bronze brush, that's like the key to that thing, is cleaning your bronze brush after you push it down. Because like I said, that's where it collects all of that right there, like the first like half quarter of an inch right in the bristles. And that's what I said about it being dangerous. So the fact that, yeah, that's the correct method if you're going to use it, is thoroughly clean it with a brake cleaner.
Yes.
I like this stuff. I use Wipeout and I use Poppies Elite. That's what I use.
Yep.
Wipeout some good stuff. But they're both foaming bore cleaners. And I've been breaking in barrels as well. Sometimes I get lazy. I figure, okay, this is a cheap barrel. I don't really care, you know. But for a Douglas barrel, Bartling, all of that, I'm going to break those barrels in. So there's no questions about that. But for like typical AR-15 barrels that you could buy or whatever, or Savage barrels that you could buy off the shelf for $300, I just run with it because, I don't care really about it. I'm going to burn them out anyway.
Yeah, no, it's good to hear differing opinions on this, but I just go with what's kind of worked for me, and what I've noticed between barrels, just like what he said simply, you can go longer and shoot more accurately with less cleaning. Now, someone asked, how long do you typically go? What I say is when you start to see your groups or your accuracy diminish, when your groups start to open up, this gun will shoot with this ammo, half MOA all day long, and then you go out and it's printing 3/4 or 1 minute groups, it is time to decopper that. Now, if you decopper that barrel all the way and get it all the way down back to the metal again, you get all the copper out, which can take a while, you will not get tight groups again until you get about 15 or so rounds down the barrel. It's going to be somewhere between 5 and 20 or something like that, because you have to do what we've talked about it, establishing that copper equilibrium again, and that's when it'll start to come in. Typically, for me, 200 rounds, that's a good number. Whether it needs it or not, I'll do it. And that just keeps the rifle maintained. We have real high humidity here, and I just want to make sure I'm not, getting rust within my barrels.
Yeah. Well, for me, I shoot a lot in the silt and sand, so I have a lot of that silt that gets down the bore, and that stuff is like diamond as well. So like today, right now after live chat, I'm going to push some wet patches down just to get all that sand out of there. You don't want that sitting in there and having a bullet grab it and then drag it all the way down the bore of your rifle. I'll show you guys I will show you guys a TC Compass 308 barrel. You guys are going to laugh at this one. This is what I call piss poor quality factory barrel. Now I can find my friggin' phone.
Now, for those that are watching, if you've got a chrome lined AR-15, this is not going to matter. I mean, we're talking about precision rifles, but at the same time, with that being said, if you have a stainless barrel on your AR or whatever, I have seen it make a huge difference. I've had people come over to the house that were friends. Their AR, their scope would not print better than a minute and a half. Oh, that's nice.
No, you're not going to like this one.
No, it's not.
So check this out.
Oh, my goodness.
No, it gets worse. This is a TC Compass 308 barrel, and this is why this damn rifle never shot good. You'll see why in a little bit. You'll see it come up real quick. You're like, what the hell is that? Oh, see that?
Yeah. What the heck is that?
That's where the button rifling stopped. Yeah, so nice check it out. That's one. I'm going to go down further. Hold on. Look at all that, because here you can tell. There's another one. See how all that copper builds up? That right there is a high side of the bore. There's one. That's two. Three.
Oh my God.
Those are called air brakes.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
See all that build
Those are
up? This is what you're looking for.
Those are bullet shavers.
Right? Look at this. Yeah. So, yeah, there's way more than this. This rifle can never has held an inch group, regardless. And I had this rifle changed 5 times. I kid you not, from the factory. Every single one of these are like this. See this crap?
Even the rifling is pretty nasty looking.
And guess how many shots are down this barrel?
2.
There's probably another one there. 7. I got 7 of those. There's only 20 shots down this barrel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that explains rifling then. It's pretty gnarly looking.
Look at the crown.
And look at the crown. Oh my goodness. Nice
That
bump.
crown is just.
Little
This is
speed
what I'm
bump for
saying.
you.
Yeah. So the TC Compass, it's a good action, but man, the barrel is just complete junk, man. I know there's people out there like JRB that had the 6.5 Creedmoor. Well, that's a whole different animal. I'm talking about the 308 TC Compass. Anything with a 308 chamber or the 300 Win Mag, stay the hell away from it. They're just junk.
Damn.
Right. So, valuable tool right here. Tesla Borescope, man. Not bad in price either.
How much was that?
$68.
That's a. See, you need to bring one of those when you go get ready to buy a rifle somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah, if you're going to buy a used rifle, you show up with one of these, you'll start seeing some of the store clerks backpedaling.
You can't use
a lot of gun stores won't even allow you to put those through their guns.
No.
No joke. You bring one of those into a gun store and they're like, nope, you can't put that through our barrel. It's a brand new gun. I don't know what's on that thing.
Some poor blacksmith put a lot of in that barrel.
No. Stay away.
What do you say, Ray? Even Chinese got to eat or something like that. What's it called?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Kids, some kid. Japanese. I don't remember. Maybe that was the first.
Just rifle up, Red. Let me stop the camera quick.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, I'm taking off. I'm going to go do stuff and things. And
You'll skedaddle.
actually, I'm going to go to sleep, actually.
That sounds like a good idea.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Me too.
But thanks for having me on, Ricky Brew. It's been awesome hanging out with Kenny and Daniel and Ray and Kenny and Ray and Rick and Kenny and Ray and the whole Brady bunch is awesome.
Yeah, that's my saying.
All right.
All right, guys. Everybody in the side chat.
Stay safe. We're going to get out here as well.
See you later.
Ain't nobody got time for now. We got to go to sleep. See ya.
All right. Take care, guys.
Awesome.